the Sway party to me like represents my time in New York. Of course I want to talk about this shit. Like, dude, this shit was the most impactful moments of our lives. It was like one of them parties that you threw that had like 5,000 people outside trying to get in. Like everybody and their fucking mom was trying to get in this fucking party. This party scene wasn't just a party scene. It was a universal network. I wouldn't even know if the shit was dead before me, but I'm like, we in this motherfucker now. It's good.
Hey there, it's me, Roxy Cottontail. You might know me as a DJ, artist, designer, and New York City party promoter, or from my bunny logo. I'm putting all that on the table and writing about the years that transformed music and the New York City scene. I've interviewed 250 friends and colleagues I admire. I ask all and reveal all. Please join me in the tales to rediscover the 90s and the Y2K magical landscape of music, art, technology, and streetwear. This is Roxy's Tales.
I was known at the time as Hollywood Hxlt, the rapper slash DJ. I signed in 2008 and I started traveling basically right away. And I developed friendships the minute I touched down anywhere. And one of my first friends ever, and one of the first people to ever book me was Roxy.
My guest this week on Roxy's Tales is Hxlt, formerly known as Hollywood Hxlt. Hxlt is a Chicago artist, DJ, and entrepreneur, and he led the Y2K era in music and fashion, plus even mopeds and breakdancing. Treated! Hxlt is superpowered and hilarious, and our interview revels in an era we both adore. Without further ado, my brother, Hxlt.
That was the dope thing about your parties is like fucking Sharon Stone would walk in randomly. You know what I mean? It would just be like, it was a mixture of like the most grimy hood niggas, the like coolest dance scene, like that was one of those parties that had its own life where you kind of didn't even have to do anything. Just from your normal friendship and social circle, it was so diverse and so different. And I mean diverse, not just with like your race, it was diverse in lifestyle. Like there would be people who were, millionaires. There'll be people that like, took the train and stole beer to sneak in. Like it was just all over the.
this was at Le Royale. This was I booked.
Look at Doc, bro. I need you to send me all.
I'll send you the whole folder. We have such a history. It's crazy. This was dance class.
Insane.
We did. Parents. This was at Sway. This was later on though. Like we did a dance class reunion. This was also later on. This was a party with Law. This was one of my favorite flyers. This was 2010, I believe. And
bro, that was like when I was like brand new to everything. That was on a rooftop. That was on a rooftop.
Yeah.
Yo, I was signed to rapper. I never put out an album. I never put out a rap album with Hollywood because I was stuck on that deal. Oh, so then I decided I wanted to make the music because I've always been like, I've always been the punk rock dude since like before you met me. And then I started making the music that I wanted to make. And I just went by Hxlt. I took off to Hollywood. Kanye signed me. I signed to Good Music. I dropped an album there. Then I dropped the second album. And now I'm working on my third album. And now I own a clothing line called Friendship CLB and a guitar company. Boop, boop.
And you're making your album with Twin Shadow, who I fucking love.
Yeah. That's my dog. Yeah, we did about 7 records. He did about 7 records on the album. And
that's amazing.
I got friendship tattooed on the side of my head because I really, me, I really care about that. It didn't like, you are a perfect testament of what I mean. I've known you since, I don't know, 15 years, something like that.
I'm going to say 07 or 08.
Yeah, definitely 07.
Because like the ones where I was booking.
Because I knew you before I signed my first deal and that was 08.
I don't know what year this is. I have to look. I have it all dated in the folder, but this is like 07 or 08.
Wow. Just seeing these old flyers is amazing.
This was my first gig in Chicago, I think. I don't know if you were there. I don't think
same bangs. No, I probably was. I didn't miss a goddamn party because I was the one that set up all the parties in Chicago.
Where was the other place? Sonatech? Was that where you were like in an aquarium?
Yeah.
That was the aquarium,
there was Rodan, there was Buddha Lounge.
I did Sonatech was my first.
Well, yeah, that probably makes sense because Sonatech closed pretty early in the game.
Yeah, that was my first, and I think this was my
second. And then it opened up with basically as the same club with a different name, and it was like, shit, wasn't the same energy. It was kind of whack.
You know how we met? I guess we met here.
I don't fucking know.
Yeah, I don't
I
either.
have no clue, dude. That's the funny thing. I've known a million people for a million years and I got all these stories, but I never know where the fuck we met, nothing. I think you might have booked me because I had just started. It had got to a point where the people who were popular as far as like artists or DJs also were promoters. So it would be a thing where I either booked you or you booked me, and like we just, you know what I'm saying? Like I don't fucking know.
I remember
like,
Mike Terror too, hearing him for the first time, and I was like,
yeah,
blown away.
Yeah, still to this day, one of the best rappers ever.
Yeah. So, how many times did we work together? Do you know?
Bro, what? No. That's an impossible number to find out because it has to be over 100. Just Winter Music Conference alone.
There's a South by.
Yeah. Are you kidding me? I probably DJ with you fucking 250,000 times. Like we fucking just South by alone, we had 15, 20 gigs. You know what I'm saying? Literally 15 to 20 gigs because the early times we changed the whole art, the whole aspect of South by Southwest because before me and Cool Kids were the first rappers to ever rap at South by. Before that, it was an indie rock festival. But my manager at the time was an indie rock guy. And he was like, he just knew all these plugs through indie rock music. So he just was like, fuck it, let's see if we can rap over there.
Do you have a favorite Roxy event?
Yeah, hell yeah.
I know what mine was. Sway? Okay, my favorite, I have video of.
Yes.
Which I was.
Well, you also got to remember, I can barely remember. All of these parties became one party in my memory.
This has video, but I mean, it's not playing now. But this was a party that I did at Imperial with Red Bull in 2008, and I flew you in to perform.
Nice.
Do you remember this?
No.
Perform next to like a go-go girl cage. There's a clip of you rapping.
I
won this contest. It was me, it was Vashti, and another promoter, Mean Red, that we all competed for this Red Bull money.
Oh shit! I do remember this.
Yes, and Team Facelift performed, Matt Pate performed. I had all these like little pop-up performances going on in the
corner.
The shit was so insane.
That place was huge.
And I won. Yeah, it was like 500 or 600 people fit into this thing. Like Armand came, the Cool Kids came.
Yeah, that shit was
retro kids. But it was just like a mix of the most insane shit. And I won this. I got Red Bull money, and then I threw another Winter Music Conference party with some Red Bull money.
Hell yeah!
This was amazing, and I'll send you all of this.
I remember the Retro Kids. Damn.
Yeah. And Blue Gems, RIP in the booth. Like, we're lucky to be alive. I mean, I feel lucky to be
facts. That's triple facts, especially my crazy ass.
Speaking of,
dude, but see, like. Those parties were dope, but that was just like big display shit. Like I felt like the real vibe was like the Sway party to me like represents my time in New York and that time. Like that Sway Lit Lounge, and like just being in LES, like, dude, the Mob Fest was real. Like that shit was so tight. Like there wasn't one party that like we would mob like 50, 100 deep to each party. That shit was crazy. To just have that many niggas together all the time, like 100 niggas walking down the street, like it was crazy.
Well, it was cool also with Sway because it was so in the cut that I think the party could be outside too. So
facts. That's what I meant. Like we would be outside beating niggas up, drinking outside, fucking going in, drinking some more, partying, like and no cops came, nothing got shut down. It was just dope. Like. You just knew you can go over there and have a good time and get a little crazy, but you knew that it would keep going.
Were you ever on Soul Strut, the holler board?
I never was on no boards because I was just too fucking crazy and I was just running like literally. I would do shit like wake up on Wednesday and go, I'm gonna go to New York. It would just go because I had people like you remember I would fly in with no gigs and call you and be like, yo, I'm in New York for 5 days. What's good? And you'd be like, okay, DJ, here, and here. So, like, I never was on the internet like that because I was just always moving around, like, always. But I would check, to see what niggas was saying about me and shit. I used to get covered by the blogs all the time. But like, I was never a chat room nigga. And also like, I'm just not like that in general. Like, I've never been like, I'm not a nigga that be on Twitter like talking about his feelings and shit. Like, that's just not my style. Yo.
So did you have any like transformative interactions or anything like iconic that would happen? I mean, I know that's hard because every day.
No, it's not. See, the problem is, like I said, is that we've had so many parties and hangouts. I remember crashing at your crib. Like, you know what I mean? Like, we've gone through so much stuff together that it's impossible to remember everything. It's like trying to remember fucking 8 years of a war. You're like, I mean, yeah, we were shooting at niggas. I don't remember, like, you know what I mean? Like
8 years of a war. I said something like, you know, when you're in the trenches together,
dude,
you're always gonna come out and then be bonded no matter how much time has passed.
Well, the thing is, like literally there'd be like, we'd do 3 parties in a night. And the way you remember them is like they were on a different day, but it's like, no, that was all the same fucking night. Like, I remember you threw a showcase performance during what was the like, it was like a smaller version of South by Southwest in New York. CMJ. You had threw a CMJ showcase thing. And me and Donis and Mano and I don't remember who the fuck was on the bill. Mickey Fax and niggas like that, right? But I went to some other party right before then, and I lost my shirt. Like, literally had no shirt.
Oh my God.
And I showed up to your party with no shirt on. They wasn't trying to let me in. They let me in because I was performing. And I was like cold, obviously, because I literally had no shirt on at all. And this girl was like trying to talk shit to me because I had no shirt, and I just roasted the shit out of her and got on stage. And I premiered one of my first songs on the album I was supposed to do. And that shit went up so fucking crazy. Like, the whole crowd, everybody was crowd surfing and jumping up. Because you can attest to this. You know that me and Telly and Jaja were the first niggas ever to be crowd surfing at their shows. Like, as rappers and shit.
That was not the norm.
Niggas would drop me and be like, what the fuck are you doing? Like, you know what I'm saying? And so to see it now, you know, seeing these bigger artists, everybody crowd surf. You look at Rolling Loud, everybody crowd surfing. I'm like, I love that shit. I think that shit is amazing. That's what I think shows should be. I think that's exactly it.
That's why.
Yeah, for sure. But like, I didn't realize, because I came from punk shows and I was so used to doing that. I'm like, yeah, of course I'm a crowd surf. But I didn't realize that most rappers and most artists didn't do that shit at all. So
it's true.
To see it now being like the norm is that shit. I love that shit. I feel like we let people know what was possible, and now that what's possible is the norm now. So like, as far as transformative, I feel like we were the ones to do that.
You open doors.
Yeah.
You know, it's like the things.
But I'm saying, like, us in general, all of this, like I feel like we were being ourselves to the fullest in an industry that didn't have that beforehand. So, because it wasn't just, you know, music and DJing and parties, it was also the fashion and the fucking art and the community. Like, we changed the idea of niggas beefing with each other at shows. Like, we were like, nah, everybody's got time. Everybody's got a place. Like, our parties were the first parties that had 10 DJs on the bill. That shit didn't happen before us. It was like 2 niggas with Blade in. So that, to me, us transforming the genres was more, you know, the transformative thing. Like, being able to, you know, in a sense, create a world for ourselves.
So who are other favorite DJs or brands or artists of yours from this era?
Come on, bro. You already know what time it is. Because of fucking, at the same time that we were blowing up as artists, we were the first ones to like, I blew up as a rapper because I threw the parties and performed at my own parties. You know what I'm saying? Well, like, we DJ'd, but we also event planned everything. And also on top of that, that was the first time streetwear brands were becoming the norm. During that time, the streetwear world was like completely tied in to the party scene and shit. Like, even if they didn't give you no money and nothing, you know, okay, this party in New York is a 10 deep type of party because everybody's gonna be wearing fucking 10 deep, or everybody was gonna be wearing Married to the Mob. Like, all of these brands would, if they didn't sponsor the party, they was at least at the party. You know what I mean?
Well, that's how the Monday night at Sway started. It was Retail Mafia. With A-Life, Sir,
A-Life,
Frank
bro.
151, like all of these early brands who really set the stage for a lot of other brands to begin.
Dude, especially A-Life, bro. There was no coming to New York. You didn't come to New York. If you came to New York, you tapped in with fucking A-Life and Sugar Headquarters. You remember Sugar Headquarters?
Yeah.
Yeah, the Nakamoto sisters. Yeah.
Yes.
Like, and because of these people, I was able to travel the whole world. I remember I had got booked this store in Chicago called St. Alfred, like really fucked with us mad heavy, but they were like they were tied into mad different you know, stores and brands all over the world and shit. And they had big ties in Japan, right? So we go to Japan because they flew us out to Japan, you know, on some Hollywood whole rap shit. But when we got there, we were so tied in and plugged because of all the other relationships we had through New York, like having the Sugar Headquarters girls, you know, tap me in with fucking Saru and Pogi, you know, from Arrows and Sons and shit. And like, these are relationships that I have to this day that I work with when I go there. You know what I mean? Like, this party scene wasn't just a party scene. It was a universal network to grow whatever you wanted to do in life, dude. And like, and we've been able to enjoy it, capitalize off of it, and win. You know what I mean? Like, it wasn't like, oh, I want to throw a party, let me reach out to a promoter, or let me reach out to some no, you was everything. You was the promoter, the DJ, the stylist, the fucking bartender. Who gives a fuck? Like my favorite thing would be I come to New York and niggas just knew what time it was. I didn't have to like pull out no IDs or no nothing, right? And every once in a while, I get hemmed up. And I remember dance class. It was one night. It was like one of them parties that you threw that had like 5,000 people outside trying to get in. Like, everybody and their fucking mom was trying to get in this fucking party. And it was, I don't even remember who you had, but like, it was just, the lineup was crazy. The guests were crazy. It was like all celebritied out. It was nuts. And I had rolled up. I think I was riding a moped or some dumb shit. Like, you know me. I was doing some dumb shit. But I pulled up and I had like 100 niggas with me, of course. And and the person outside tried to front on me. Like, you had another, it was like 2 door people and a big fucking giant security niggas, whatever, right? So I roll up and I'm like, yo, what's good? And of course, everybody outside knew who I was because, like, you know, we had a community. Like, we were pretty fucking famous and shit. So, like, when I rolled up, everybody outside taking pictures with me, shaking my hand, whoop-de-wah, right? Now, to me, I always thought, if you're a door person, use common sense, right? If you see a guy walk up with fucking 20 people and everybody on the outside in the line is trying to talk to the guy and shake his hand and all that, maybe he's some fucking body, right? Nigga, I roll up to the fucking door and he's like, I'm like, yo, and you know, I was just like, yo, what's good? Nice to meet you, bro. These all with me, you know, boom. I'm thinking, pay a fucking attention. This guy tries to be fucking, you know, clipboard Superman in front of me and shit, right? He's like, he literally is like, he's like, oh, I don't know who you are, bro, but this ain't happening right here. Like, no. I was like, what the fuck are you talking about? I'm like, this is Roxy's party, correct? He's like, yeah. I'm like, he was like, Roxy ain't here. I'm here. So, you know, he was doing that move shit. Well, you know what was gonna happen. We was gonna beat the shit out of the guy. I'm kind of looking at the guy like, do you really want to get beat the fuck up out here in front of everybody, like laid in your underwear? I'm like, what are you doing? Because even the security guard was like, oh, fuck. Like, because the guys that were with me also looked like security guards. So I'm like, dude, this ain't going to fare well. And also, I'm not being a jerk or nothing. I was being nice. I'm like, dude, like, why are you trying to be a fucking tough guy? But even before it got to the point where we were about to garbage can him, Because, you know, we've done that a bunch of times. Like, fuck a doorman. We'll fucking put you in the garbage can, mob into place, and then you're going to have to sort through the club to find us, motherfucker. Like, so we're like, you know, it's getting a little tense. And right then, Pebbles comes out and just shuts this motherfucker clean down. Super bad. Embarrassed him. And I was like, yes. She came out like, what are you doing? Like, you don't know who the fuck he is. Like, get out of the way. Like, who's with you? Oh my God. And then she hugs me. Oh my God, I'm so happy to see you. And I was like, this fucking idiot. Yo, I went in, right? And she just had my back so hard and was like, what, you fucking stupid? Like, you want to be a dog? You gotta know who the fuck is out here. Like, she went ham on him. And I never seen Pebbles get loud ever. So I was just like, fuck yeah, fuck this idiot. And I think they like sent him home or some shit. Cause dude, that shit is bad for business. You're gonna fuck around and get first of all, you're gonna get fucked up. Second of all, you're gonna make niggas that's gonna be on your name. Like, yeah, I went to Roxy's party and they was like this. It ain't this guy who's gonna catch the wreck, it's you. Yeah. So I think they sent you on because
that story.
Yeah, fuck that dude. He's a fucking lame. That nigga probably work at fucking Whole Foods somewhere and shit. Stupid bitch ass nigga. Anyway. But I just thought that shit was so dope because then we mobbed in and then, you know, as soon as you walk in the party, like the energy at your parties was like some movie shit.
The meeting of like Mike Sace having this old school graffiti key to New York everywhere, old school, you know, just ties into all of that. Aaron with the skaters and the weirdos and me with the music nerds. So it was like, any outcast that you were from,
anybody,
you came into the fold just so beautifully. And
dude, that's exactly what I was saying when we first got on. Like, it didn't matter. It was so diverse in cultures. There was so many different cultures. Like the NY thing, dudes. Remember NY thing? Like, bro, everybody was at your shit. Yeah, everybody was at your shit, and it was dope as fuck. And like, and the cool thing is, it wasn't just that they were there. Everybody fucked with each other. Nobody was gonna fuck your party up. Even when we was beating the shit out of niggas at the shit, we did it. We'd take a nigga outside and take him up the block. We wouldn't like fuck your shit up.
Did I introduce you to any artist or brand or DJ?
Bro, what the fuck are you talking about? Nigga, you introduced me to everything. Are you fucking kidding me? Like I said, because there I feel like from 2006, 2007 to like 2013 or some shit. You know, we were popping huge for a long ass time. But I feel like by like 2009, everybody was big as fuck. Everybody had their own shit. Like everybody was lit. Everybody had that Coca-Cola money. But it's easy to forget that time, 2006 to 2009, you were popping way bigger than everybody. And you were pulling everybody up. There wasn't a single person that you fucked with that you didn't help them. Like I said, I remember times I'm literally got $145 to my name in Chicago. So I'm like, fuck it. There's a $60 flight to New York and I hit you. You would be the first person I hit. One, because I love you and you know saying you're gonna hold me down. But two, you were the plug and you never, ever, you always found a place for me. And that's what I love. You know what I'm saying? It was, I'd be like, yo, Roxy, I'm out here. I'm here for like however many days. And you like, I didn't even have to ask you. You'd be like, all right, hold on. Let me see who's throwing parties. Let me see. Even if you didn't have nothing going on, you would find me a gig to throw on. Like,
yeah, I think this one at Hudson Terrace where we were on the roof, I don't even know if I was supposed to play or not, but I was like, yo, my boy's in town, we got to spin together.
That's what I'm saying. You would like invent a party just for us. And you know what I'm saying? And like that, you were so selfless and you really fucking put niggas on. Like, cause it would be, I mean, like you said, who the fuck did you introduce me to? What the fuck? Everybody. Like, I remember, I'll just tell you a story. I was at this event, this listening party and shit. And Jay-Z was there. And Beyonce was there, right? And we're standing in the same exact section. I'm literally right next to Beyonce. She's right here. Jay-Z's right. All I gotta do is turn around and say hello. I didn't say a fucking word. You know why? Because there was nobody to introduce me to them to let them know that I'm somebody worth talking to. Because if I just turn around and was like, yo, what's up, man? I'm from Chicago. Like, that's the same now I'm just the same as every other nigga that walk up to him and say hi. They would have been nice and they would have forgot me for the rest of their life. The end, right?
Yeah.
So I'm like, nah, I'm gonna wait. I know they noticed me because of my crazy tattoos and all that shit, but I'm like, if there's nobody there to say, yo, this is Guy, he does this, that's different. You know, that's the type of, you know, if I'm supposed to meet him, that's when I meet him, right? And with you, it wasn't just that you introduced people to each other. You made sure people knew each other's worth. And that's what I really love. You were very selfless. You didn't make it about you. Everybody knew it was your shit. So you didn't have to flex, but you would go, hey, Jared Leto, this is this guy. No, wait, you got to understand.
Jared Leto never came to Sway.
I'm just saying, I'll just use a random person. But the point is, you wouldn't just say, hey, this is my guy, DJ, la, la, la. You would say, no, you need to know this guy. He does this. No, exchange numbers. I'm telling you, you guys need to fuck with. Like, you made it apparent that, you know, you made people know each other's worths. And that, like, to me, you know, you go to LA and you be in a room with 50,000 fucking people all fucking jagging each other, talking bullshit. And niggas be so self-centered. They don't do that. They don't share the light. You always shared your light. And that's why everybody fucks with you to this day. Damn, bro, you got me going down memory lane like a motherfucker. And the funny thing is, I purposely don't really do that shit because I got so much shit in front of me and ahead of me. You know what I mean? You know, like we run into a lot of the niggas from back in the day who not doing shit. And they be like, yo, bro, remember 2008? And I'm like, I'll call you later, nigga. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's like, what are you doing now? But in these settings, it's like, of course I want to talk about this shit. It's like, dude, this shit was the most impactful moments of our lives. Like, we really snapped and we really lived the life we wanted to live. Like, dude.
Your energy, and that's the same way with Friday. Like, he could come into Sway or anywhere and start the party just on the dance floor. And I was like, I want to, like, he did that one song with Johnny Nelson. And I was like, you need to perform here. And he was like, I just have this one song with Johnny Nelson. I was like, well, make another one.
Yeah.
And he was like, why did you put me on? And I was like, because you could start a party just being sitting at the wall. Like, it doesn't matter. I could see that would start the party. And like, you need and you're a creative being and you need to share that shit.
Hell yeah. So, I ain't gonna front. I always knew I was that person. I know still to this day, if I walk into the room, I'm about to bring that bitch up. It's about to be on. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I wouldn't even know if the shit was dead before me, but I'm like, we in this motherfucker now. It's good.
It ain't like, dead now.
Yeah. That shit was tight as hell. Yeah, man. Yo.
My girl Angel.
Shout out to Angel. She like made me, she accidentally set me up like super crazy. I had met her through you, and then she was like, oh my God, I'm casting this thing for this Coca-Cola commercial. You'll be perfect for it. Oh my God, you gotta do this shit. I'm like, oh damn, I'm flying out tomorrow. She's like, fuck that shit, just stay. So I was like, right, you know me, I was 20-something years old. I'm like, okay, right? So then I crashed with her, and like we went to a party that night, and that's where I met Josh Madden.
No way.
Yeah, I met Josh Madden. He gave me leather gloves that night, and we became like the tightest friends to this day. He's like one of my best friends, and I met him because she made me stay that extra day. I didn't end up getting a job or nothing like that, but she's one of those people, like, she just fucking believe in your ass. She's gonna ride for that shit. Like, you just had a great network of good people around you all the time. Like you shared that energy, bro. Like, you were very good at delegating power to people.
Oh, thank you. I mean, there was a few crazies, but for the most
part. Yeah, but we beat them niggas the fuck up. Like, that was the one thing about your party that I would say was like, oh man, we knew when we was going to Sway, somebody might get stomped out, like almost all the time, because niggas, you was giving out free alcohol to fucking psychopaths all night.
Like 10 to 11 or 10 to 11:30. I always had
free booze, tons of fucking free booze all day. And my favorite thing would be to, like, because like I said, you and Jasmine specifically, were like the sweetest girls, super nice. Like you were bosses when you had to be, but majority of the time you were just fucking nice to people, right? And every fucking once in a while, occasionally, some guy will get too grabby or some guy will say something disrespectful. And I remember this day specifically because this, to me, even me, I was like, that was fresh. Some guy at Sway was like, I don't remember if he was trying to dance with you too hard or some shit, but you was really like, yo, fucking chill. And when you say, yo, chill super hard, literally, the whole party stopped and was like, on this nigga, like, we gonna fucking kill you. Like when you said you like moved and like, it was like a chain reaction, of course, but like, it was me, Johnny Nelson, H, and I'm sure Telly was somewhere in that motherfucker going crazy, but like, it just happened to be one of those nights where the whole crew was in there and you just looked uncomfortable and we all like just turned into fucking like laser eyes on this nigga. And like, it was almost like the music stopped. Like everybody looked at this nigga like, is it party time? Like, are we gonna kill this guy? Like, and he saw it. It was this one of the things, nothing was said. It was just like, yo, chill. And then like, everybody was like, And to see like 50 something people in the party all kind of stop and like go to your, to like be looking out for you. This nigga was shook. He got the fuck up out of there real quick. Cause that's the other thing. All it took was just like a slight annoyance or disrespect. And now we looking at your ass for the rest of the night. And the rest of and we keep drinking, you're gonna get fucked up by the time you get out the door. So you might want to leave, nigga. Like,
yeah, it was funny. Like that's beautiful. I don't remember that night, but I could attest to some awkwardness happening and people coming to my defense.
Like I said, we done too much. Like, I love you, G. Like you like, bruh, like you set the course for me to like be successful. So I love you so much, and I appreciate everything you ever did for me.
I love you.
Love you. Bye.
Okay, thanks.
Peace.
Thanks for hopping by. That's it for this week. Don't forget to subscribe, like, share, comment, and stalk. Bounce, little kitty.